Hey, this is Down to the Wire, and I'm Ross Miller.
I'm Bryce.
And today we got a good show in store for you. We're going to be talking about the NFL draft. We're going to be talking about all that crazy picks with the Packers and whatnot. We're going to be talking next about the Buccaneers and Tom Brady, and we're going to end it with a guest from Framingham State University baseball. All right. So we're just going to get right into the first segment. We're going to be talking about the draft. Joe Burrow. I Number one. Did anyone expect that? I think you could say everyone. But yeah, Bryce, what do you think about that?
Yeah, it was expected. Nonetheless, it's a good pick for the Bengals. I
Yeah.
think he'll be an impact player for them, so not a surprise. Good pick by the Bengals.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't go wrong. And the thing is, too, if he ends up a bust, like, no one's going to make fun of him. Because, like, everyone thought they were going to take him first. And just
Yeah,
to quote Pat McAfee, only team without an indoor facility. Just
yeah,
gotta say it there. It's going to be tough for him to be able to be as successful, I feel like. But I think he'll overcome it. His confidence is insane.
yeah.
Um, yeah. Number two, I think you couldn't go wrong. I think they knew what they had. They loved Dwayne Haskins. There was really no need to go for a quarterback. I think I think they're going to be good.
Number two, the Redskins, they got Chase Young. That's a good pick for them. It's gonna be good for them. That's a logical pick. Made sense.
Yeah. I don't really know much about the cornerback they got, Jeff Okadu. I don't even know how to
For
pronounce
the
it.
Lions,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I don't know
Back
too
to
much
another
about him
se-
either, but I'm pretty
back to
sure that was
another
expected.
it's back to another segment, where I can't even pronounce a name. It's just like, what is this, the fifth time?
Yeah.
But that's just gonna be the running joke of the show. I feel at this point. But Jake Akadu. I mean, I don't know. They got rid of Darius Slayer. Did they get him? They got rid of him.
I think so.
So yeah, I think it's gonna be a big deal to get someone else there now. All
Yeah.
right. Number four. You're a Giants fan, so I'll
Yeah.
let you take the show.
At first, this is a little scary because it wasn't, at the time, it wasn't the best offensive tackle available. I think it was like
Yeah.
the second best. A lot of people predicted him to go like 14th. But a day later, I saw some people changing their minds, calling him the best offensive tackle in the league. So, or not in the league, in the draft. So that was reassuring. So, the Giants didn't pull off BS for the second year in a row, thankfully, with like a weird pick or something. So I'm happy with this. I think a lot of people want Simmons. A lot of people want the other offensive tackle. I think this is fine. This is a good pick.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Jets fan. And I liked Becton. I like that pick. So I mean, honestly, I feel like you couldn't go wrong with any of the first round offensive guys or offensive tackles. I think there was no bad choice. So I think these guys are gonna have good careers. Becton, bro, that video of him, oh my gosh, we're going through that truck. It's insane. I think they're all gonna be good. Next, I think it was all coming. Tua Tagovailoa was gonna be going to the Dolphins. It was either gonna be him or
Yeah,
Hurts. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I see. That's a good pickup for the Dolphins. I think Tua was expected. So I
yeah.
think he might be something special in the league. So we'll see. But yes, that's a good pickup for the Dolphins. He's gonna be good for them. I think.
Yeah, and we don't know. I mean, I think the draft, like, they were definitely trying to make a move in the beginning. That 30 minutes extra, they were really making sure that every trade offer was on the table. I
Yeah.
think honestly, I think they were trying to trade the Kings ransom, but the Bengals just weren't buying it, or they just, like Pat McAfee said, they just don't have emails. So maybe that was part of it too. But I don't really know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be big. I think Tonga Tagovailoa is great. I think he's got that arm is just his accuracy is insane. So we'll see. Maybe it can translate if they can give Ryan Fitzpatrick a year to just look after him and stuff. All right. I think the biggest story of the draft is Packers.
Yep.
Jordan Love trading up. I mean, who would have expected they needed to trade up for that?
Yeah.
Like, I think no one else was going for a quarterback at that point. I think it was just, they
Yeah.
just went, yeah. What do
Yeah,
you think?
that's a weird pick by the Packers. I know I was on FaceTime with you when this happened, and I was like, "Yo, they just drafted Jordan Love, the quarterback from Utah State," and you were like, "What?" And then you had the same question that I had. Does that mean they don't believe in Aaron Rodgers? I mean, what the
Yeah.
heck? I
I was like
thought,
wholly explicitive. Like
yeah,
that was
I
bad.
mean. And the funny thing is, Aaron Rodgers, I was watching the Pat McAfee show live. There's like 60,000 people watching. Aaron Rodgers is on as a guest for a few minutes before the pick happened. This was like during the fourth pick he was on. And after the Giants picked their offensive tackle, Pat asks Aaron, after you pick a guy like that, an offensive tackle, an offensive lineman, I mean, do you talk to him? Do you want to get his number as soon as possible? Welcome to the team, because like that's the guy who's protecting you, you know. And Aaron Rodgers says, "Yeah, I mean, yeah, that is what I do. If that's a good pick by the Giants, and if I'm the quarterback, then I'm gonna want to get in touch with that
I,
guy soon, but not so much if it's like a defensive player." And now, I mean, thankfully, he wasn't on the show to see his reaction. It must have been awkward when they drafted the
I think
quarterback. So it's like, I mean, I don't know how he feels about that.
I think like they were saying like, would you like to see them get a skill position? He's like, yeah, we haven't had a skill position taken since like 2002, other than Rodgers. He's like, yeah, I think it's time to get someone like that. But I don't think when he meant skill position, he meant quarterback.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But excuse me. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's insane. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's either time they're gonna move on. They think he can't stay healthy if they don't have a line, and maybe they're not confident in their line. I don't know. I mean, that line was definitely good last year. He didn't get hurt.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
I hope they still believe in Aaron. I don't really like that pick, but
it's fine. I mean, worst case is they could trade him. He's 36, but he's still got that arm, man. Still,
yeah, I believe in him. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. All right. And then I think but I mean, other than that, in the draft, I mean, what do you think was big?
I mean, that was probably the biggest thing. I think most teams, almost every team, did a good job picking, I would say. A lot of the picks were expected, so I mean, nothing too fancy went on other than that Packers thing, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we'll see how all this works out in the long run. But we're I think about to get our guests into the show.
Yeah.
Not we'll still have some more about the draft coming for you, but honestly, I think everyone picked well. I don't think anyone really. I think every pick was safe. It wasn't like we're gonna go insane and try to go for the weirdest guy in the draft or something like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's why it was pretty light. No, not many trades and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And our guest is on. So, just to introduce him to the audience, this is my teammate from Framingham State University. He's a senior, second baseman on the baseball team, a captain. This is my friend Bobby Higgins. What's up, Bobby?
Not much, guys. Thanks for having me on.
No problem. Thanks for
Of
being here.
course. Yeah.
So, I think our next segment, we're going into this whole Buccaneers versus Patriots, Tom Brady versus Bill Belichick situation. Um, we're just gonna share our thoughts and opinions on it. Bobby, do you want to go first? I mean, I know you're like a huge loyal Patriots fan, so
I know we'll have different views on this, but I don't know. It obviously was weird seeing Tom Brady was going to be leaving, but I mean, I feel like he's earned it. Like he's done enough for New England to the point where if he wants to go be happy, not many people are going to get mad about it, but I mean, it stinks, but you know, I don't know. It's going to be fun to watch them again, I think, but I know a lot of other people are pissed about it, but I'm not.
what what was your like initial reaction? Like, are you sad? Are you pissed? Or like, are you happy for him? What's up?
Do you mean when I first heard about
When you
Tom Lee?
first heard
Like
about him going
you
to the
see the
Buccaneers?
notification. Like what
Yeah.
do you?
Well, that ad that he put up, I forget. I think was it
Super Bowl, yeah. I think it
Super
was
Bowl,
Yeah.
yeah.
the
Yeah, that,
the Bose ad or something like that. It was some
Yeah.
ad that was on. That made me think that he was gonna stay. So a
yeah.
lot of people were under the impression that he wasn't gonna leave and stuff like that, and then like it heats up again, and then he's gone. So I mean, in a way, I was surprised, but I mean, it was kind of hard to be really shocked. I guess I don't know.
Yeah. I
Who do you
think I think the next important question is do you believe in Jared Stidham or do you want them to sign a guy like Cam Newton?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to trust that Brady had taught him some stuff,
Yeah.
but I don't know that he's had no exposure. So I don't know.
I don't
That's a
think
tough.
there's an answer. Yeah. I don't think there is.
I kind of want them to go out and sign somebody that's had experience, to be honest with you. But
And I mean, famous Jameis.
If he can make it work, then like that would be great. But
Yeah. No, I mean like famous Jameis is just sitting over there, and I really think other than his making those interceptions, I don't think
yeah.
I think he could do something. So we'll see. Maybe with a
You see
decent
that
coach.
eye surgery?
Oh,
Like, maybe
that was insane. They made him do that. They were like, "Yeah, if we sign you at all, you have to get this." He gets it, and then they, yeah, we'll see you later. Like,
yeah.
Who do you think has a better chance of winning a Super Bowl now, if anyone? Is it Tom or is it Bill?
Like next season.
Until both of their careers end, or until Tom Brady's career ends, if either of them, is he winning a Super Bowl first or Bill?
it's Bill. I mean, not Bill. Tom. I think
I
Bill's.
think it's Tom.
Yeah.
I think
Tom?
Yeah.
Like I love Belichick too, but I think Tom's got it if it's between the two of them.
Bill will win more. I think Tom Brady will definitely win one before him, but Bill will end up winning more.
Yeah,
if he's not coached.
Career will end up being a lot longer in the long run too. So
Yeah, and maybe even when he retires, it won't be just it'll be just coaching, stuff in the front office, and they'll just have McDaniels coaching. So there's a lot of options. He doesn't have to be on the field to get the money. So.
Yeah.
Is the Patriots 10 wins or more every season, like 20-year streak ending this year, or are you still getting first place?
I think they'll get at least 10 wins. Like I don't think that streak will be done. I don't know if they'll get first place though.
10-7 with the new schedule, 17 games. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Who has the best chance at being number one in that division besides the Patriots? Is it the Bills, the Jets, or the Dolphins?
Dolphins.
No, I think the Bills.
I don't know. I mean,
they were solid last year.
Yeah, and like I'm a Jets fan, so like I'm saying like I think it's gonna be the Dolphins. So
yeah. After last season, after you saw the Bills make the playoffs, were you surprised? Like, oh, we have competition for once in our division.
No, I don't know. Like, I've never really had a reason to like hate the Bills. So like, I didn't like hate to see it. I still like in the back of my mind, I was like, all right, the Pats like will still like take care of them, I guess.
Bobby, I think we got some bad blood here, man.
The
way I hear you talking about the whole
Russ
division.
is a Jets fan.
It's different. It's like I thought about that when I thought of coming on. Like as soon as you asked me, I was like, yeah, like for sure. But then I was like, oh, they're from New York. I don't know if they're gonna something if I have to say.
Bro, you got a Giants and a Jets fan here.
Yeah, he's the cocky one. I'm the one with the PTSD. So.
Yeah, I think the Buccaneers are doing a much better job than the Patriots right now. I think they're much more prepared. I mean, Belichick, ever since the offseason, I don't think he's done anything other than like trade Gronkowski, which is a bad thing for the Patriots. I mean, I don't know if it's Tom Brady doing all the work or the front office, but whatever's happening, the Buccaneers are doing a good job. They're gonna make themselves contenders.
Yeah. I think Tom was like, all right, I'm going to set up shop here and like you guys like are going to do whatever I say. I don't know how much the front office is doing, but I think like getting Gronk was all from Brady. Like if there was one dude to make him come out of retirement, it was going to be him.
Yeah, I don't think he ever wants to play with another quarterback, so.
I think it was Bruce Arians. I think that guy just makes magic happen just out of nowhere, like Andy Reid. Yeah. All right. So I think we'll go right into the next segment. Bryce.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So if you don't mind, Bobby, we got some questions for you. I'm gonna ask the first two. Ross will ask the next two, and then I got the last one for you. So first question. I mean, I guess this is just a pretty straight up question. How did quarantine affect your baseball season, and did it affect your baseball career too?
Yeah, so that was so this season I played 3 games. Like we had 4 games, but the third game I played the first 3. Fourth game we played at Emerson. I started and then I had an ankle injury in the game before and I tried playing through it and then decided it wasn't worth like forcing it or anything, so I wouldn't get hurt anymore. So I I played the first inning of Emerson and then stopped, and then that was my last inning of the entire season, unfortunately, because like after that game we got the call that Florida was going to be canceled, and then shortly after that it was like, all right, we're suspended till March 30th, and then it just kept rolling, like it just kept like getting more serious.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like all at once. It was like, all right, we like sort of have some hope, and then kind of just kept rolling, and then eventually it was everything. But yeah, so that was like pretty disappointing. Like obviously my senior year, like I was hoping to have like some sort of like special last year or whatever
Yeah.
in my career, but this year wasn't it. Luckily, we got eligibility back though, so like I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna do a 5th year next year, and I'll be able to play next spring. I gotta take the fall off though, just the way it's working with like my credits and everything for school wise. So I'll just take 3 more classes in the spring and I can play. Luckily, like that. But
Yeah.
we just found that out like a week ago though. So like
Yeah,
Right.
at first wasn't it D1 only, and then they changed
yeah,
it.
it was something like it was like D1 spring athletes
Yeah.
get back, and then NCAA did a little bit more. Luckily, I wasn't really like following it for some reason. Like when I first heard that we could get it, I was still kind of like convinced that like I was just gonna stick with my plan of just like going to work after this, and then graduating. But I emailed some people, got on the phone with some people, and ended up making it work. Like I can add a minor to my degree, and then I get to play 1 more year. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I figured if like I had the opportunity, I got to take it now because I'll be pissing myself when I'm older if I don't now.
Yeah. Yeah. That was scary news in the first place because at first people didn't think they were gonna hand out red shirts or anything like that.
Right, exactly. We just get
Yeah.
screwed. That would be
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
before you go ahead, Ross.
no, I mean even too like some of the sports hadn't even started in the spring, so to
Right.
see only it would have been weird if they had just said for some sports and not baseball because baseball
Yeah.
had started. So I think
Right.
it was a good decision.
I saw something on Twitter that like some basketball was getting argued too, and like they're like,
Yeah.
why we don't get the March Madness tournament? Like, why don't we get eligibility back too? And then it was like played like 65% of the season. Like there were a whole bunch of different opinions being thrown around.
That was more than it was like more than 65% of the season. It was like
Yeah.
almost I mean, for some teams 100. They went to the conference championship and that's where they ended. So yeah.
Yeah. What was like the first thing like before you found out that you're gonna have 1 more year of eligibility, after you found out that the whole season is just done, what was like your first thought?
Like, what am I gonna do for fun now? Like besides working, like what am I gonna do? Like I don't really do much besides baseball. If I'm not like actually playing, it's like watching stuff on TV or working out. Like like I figured like I was gonna have to go through like a whole nother like change of my life, and it was all like it wasn't up to me. Like, it was kind of like confusing.
Right.
I couldn't really come up with much because like we have to sit inside all day. Like that was like
Yeah.
difficult. I guess I was just like sitting around like watching TV for the first like 2 weeks. Then we get like some good news going the other way, and I start getting a little bit like that motivation back. Like I'm starting to like work out again and stuff. So
Yeah. All right. I got the second question for you here. What was it like to 2 years ago you guys made it to the conference championship?
yeah,
What's that feeling like? What's the atmosphere? Is it exciting? What's that like?
that was the best part of the year. Like like obviously like the beginning of the season's really exciting. Florida's really exciting, but I felt like the last week of the season was like the most exciting because like there's definitely ups and downs throughout the way, but I feel like the beginning I didn't really like have like my footing in and everything, like getting completely comfortable. But by the end of the season, like I was like it was like second nature, what I mean? So like getting locked in for those games was a lot easier, so that like I was more motivated, more like I was enjoying it more, I guess. Plus, like that's the best weather we're gonna get for the entire season too, is the last
Yeah.
few weeks. So, um, like, and every time that we've made it to that tournament, it's always been in Westfield too. So we've had a wicked long bus ride before. You got plenty of time to like like listen to music and everything, get locked in, and we go through our routine, like hitting and everything before. You got more time, I think, to like focus.
Right.
So I love that part about it.
Cool.
Obviously, like it stunk to lose that late, but I mean, playing in those games is the best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just the next question. What other offers did you have before you committed to Framingham?
I was looking at pretty much like Westfield State. I was pretty interested in Clark University in Worcester, um, and Lesley University in Cambridge. Those were like, along with Framingham, those were like my top like four. Um, when it came down to like the schools I was looking at, it was like my GPA and like what I could get for like merit scholarships and stuff like that, and
Got
what
it.
was cheapest. Like that's what it really came down to when I picked my school. Like baseball wise, like they were all D3 schools, so I was pretty much like that was consistent. It was just what
Yeah.
I get into the school, and then like how much would I have to pay were like the next steps, and then Framingham ended up being it for me.
Nice.
Thanks.
Bryce, you got the next one.
Yeah. Yeah. What? So you're a senior now, and you're gonna have one more year of eligibility. After college, after college baseball, like, are you hanging it up, or are you still gonna be doing baseball in some form or way, whether it's coaching or minor leagues or men's league or whatever? Or...
I'm not really sure. Like I was thinking about it, like for when I was still under the impression I was done with college baseball. I was thinking about going back to this old the inner city league and around Boston. I played in that league this summer after my sophomore year, and it was competitive. It was a lot of guys that had played like pretty high level baseball, but now they're playing like for fun. There was a lot of college guys my age too that were playing just to like get reps in through the summer. That's like the situation I was in, and so that was an option for like playing wise. But I don't think they're gonna end up having their season still, just because like summer ball is like not an option. I don't think for this summer, just because all this stuff going on.
Yeah.
I feel like coaching, like I could see myself coaching. I don't know if it would be like Framingham or like my high school or something. I don't know. That would be kind of cool, but I don't know. That might come down the road.
All right, I like it. Um, Ross, do you have any other questions?
Um, I think I was good. I think we had our questions.
Yeah.
Do you do you think of any more?
Um, I yeah, hold on. Oh shit. Oh, oh, I actually skipped one. I'm sorry, my bad. Um, yeah, I have one more for you. So basketball, girls basketball won the championship in the fall, and
Mm.
that's pretty nice to see. Does the quarantine make it like does the quarantine like emotionally, I guess, hurt even more knowing that basketball won a championship, then softball and baseball also all had like a really good chance to win one? Like, would that be like really cool to see like that many sports win a championship in the same year, or like it doesn't matter, it just sucks no
Yeah,
matter what?
absolutely. Like I hadn't thought about that until you just brought it up, but like that would have been really cool to say. Like like I thought we had a pretty good chance this year. Like we've been there in the past, but just haven't closed the deal. But yeah, that was really cool that women's basketball won. Like we were all like cheering them on and everything. That was really cool, and it got me excited for like they were talking about like being supportive at our games and stuff like that. Like it was becoming a thing like at school that we would like go to each other's games and stuff, which wasn't a thing in the past.
Right.
So that was like exciting, like that we'd have like people at our games, and it would have been really cool to say like, oh, basketball won, then like baseball did and softball did. Like obviously softball, they've won like the last like 3 years, so
Yeah.
they've had like a cool run going too. So it's always like made us want to get there too. Unfortunately, we haven't, but
Yeah, I
it's.
think we would have. I think we probably would have won this year if the season wasn't cut short. But
I think we had
who
a
knows?
shot. It would have been cool to see what we could have done, but I mean,
Yeah,
I'm lucky we got next year too.
yeah, very lucky.
Yeah.
All right, so I think that's all the questions we got for you today, Bobby. Thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for
And
having me on.
no problem, man. If you got any like quick last words, go ahead. But other than that, man, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, of course. This is pretty cool. I've never done anything like this before, so it was a cool experience. Thanks for having me on, and good
No
luck.
problem, man.
Good luck with
Thank you,
the
man.
future episodes too.
Yep.
Yeah,
Stay safe.
Yeah,
Be
you
good.
too.
All right.
good
Have a
luck,
good.
yo. We'll see you later.
See ya.
All right. So I think we're gonna go on to our next segment. It's the one and only, the next division. All right.
Yeah.
So what do we have on store for today, Bryce?
Today we got the MLB AL Central standings.
All right. So which one are we going with first? Who's gonna be the best next year?
Yeah, we'll just go. We'll go order, division winner, and then we'll go most improved, and then we'll go greatest feature.
Cool. All right. So order. I'll go first, I guess. I think it's gonna be. This is tough. I think it's honestly gonna be the twin. I think it should be the same order, honestly. I don't think it's
Same
gonna
as
be.
last year.
Yeah, maybe the
So,
Indians over the Twins, but
so that's like what? Twins, Indians, White Sox,
Royals, Tigers.
those ties. Yeah, I got the same thing. I think the Twins, considering the Indians were thinking about rebuilding, which I didn't like the idea of. I thought they should try to contend for 1 or 2 more years. Uh, so I guess I don't know if they're gonna try to contend or if they're still got their minds on rebuilding.
Their best days are past them though. So
Yeah, but yeah, I got the Twins. I think they got first place in the bag, and then probably Indians after that. White Sox made some interesting moves this offseason, so I think they can. I think they'll be in third place. They might make their way up to second, but we'll see. I got them in third, and then Royals and then Tigers after that. They've been pretty poor these last few years. I don't think the Royals and the Tigers have much to offer this year.
yeah, I mean I agree. I don't. We both agreed. So um, we'll just go to our next one. We'll go with division winner, and then we said the Twins. So
Yeah,
we said why. I
yeah,
think those home runs are going to be insane. It's going to be
that
yeah,
record last year was ridiculous.
yeah. So we'll see. It's gonna be them, but I think the thing I disagree with is the Indians. I don't think they're gonna be as good. I think their days are past them. Um, they're great days, but anyway, we'll go to the most improved. I think it's gonna be the White Sox. Again, like I don't think anyone's really going anywhere, but I think it's gonna be the White Sox just because I just look at their team. I think they have the third best. Indians aren't really going anywhere. Twins are kind of staying at the same pace. So most improved White Sox.
Yeah, yeah, I think I got the White Sox too. The Twins, I think they hit their ceiling last year. The Yankees are always going to be in their way. I think their ceiling is probably, anywhere between 97 and like 101 wins. Uh, Honestly, if they're facing anyone but the Yankees, they could probably make it to the next round. But I think they're
Yeah,
stuck. So yeah, most improved they got White Sox. I think the Indians are kind of stuck in that second place division there. If they don't do anything about it, they'll probably drop to third. So I think, the White Sox have a chance this year and even next year to get themselves to second place, and we'll see what they do with that.
yep. And then brightest future. I think it's gonna be the White Sox.
Yeah, I got the White Sox too.
Yeah. I think the Twins are good. I don't think they're gonna be. It's gonna be one of those teams that just like reigns on everyone else for 5, to 10 years. Just doesn't look like that kind of team.
Yeah. The
So
Twins have their number one spot locked for the next few years, but it's not gonna last like too long. Yeah,
yeah,
I think the White Sox got the brightest future. I think they're making the most steps towards success out of anyone in that division, maybe other than the Twins. So yeah, down the line, possibly the White Sox can be the best team in that division. So yeah, the White Sox got the brightest future.
yep. And yeah, I think that was a pretty quick show for us today. Little bit shorter, but we'll.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna start to try to keep it 30 to 45. Like, because we've been at about 43, so we're just gonna always keep it within that 30 to 45 minute range. Next week, this next time we'll see you, we'll probably the whole show just talk about potential trade, NBA trade possibilities, going into the draft, after the draft. I think there's a lot to talk about there. So Bryce and I will definitely be giving that a talk next week. Whole show special NBA draft night
Yeah.
special. It's far in advance, but
Yeah.
yeah. All right. So I'm Ross,
I'm Bryce.
and this is Down to the Wire, episode 4. All right. See you.